Yes, hello, hi. We are at AnimeNJ here in, where are we? In Jersey?
Oh,
What, Woodcliff. Woodcliff? Something like that. Woodcliff, New Jersey. Anyway, this is the first time AnimeNJ is happening. When they announced it, I saw it was supposed to be an 18 plus or 18 plus centric convention, so I wanted to get on that just to see what kind of crowd and what kind of fun activities the anime convention had to offer. So it is technically family friendly, but there's a lot of 18 plus stuff that's going to be happening, like programming and a whole separate vendor room for 18 plus. But we are in the artist alley and I am selling my wares, which you probably saw the montage before. But anyway, my only gripe with the con so far is there's no space. The tables we were promised were supposed to be 2 feet in width, and they're only 18 inches, which is a big problem for a lot of our displays. As well as the aisles. I am literally on top of my neighbor. Shout out to Happy Studio. But we have like this much space, the entire aisle. So that's a little frustrating. People are trying to accommodate the best they can, so but I guess I'm getting a workout this weekend. The amount of times I have to get up and sit down. But yeah, I'll check back in. Right now it just started about, like 30 minutes ago, an hour ago already? Wow. Gotten a couple sales, which is pretty good, but it is kind of slow today, as I kind of expected. I think more people will probably show up on Saturday, so... Good morning, world, and all who inhabit it. Look at that cool kid. Look at that celebrity. Not that guy. He smells like cheese.
smell with my nose.
It is day 2. We are ready for today to start. I don't know how much footage I'm gonna have. To be honest, I'm very tired. I'm gonna go and check out the vendor hall finally. I didn't do that yesterday. And I think the only other thing I'm gonna try and capture most of is the cosplay competition. So that's not until 6 o'clock. I'll probably head there a little early, get a seat. And then from there, we have a nice dinner planned with our good buddies, Moose and Barb. And yeah, that's it for now. We did pretty okay day 1. Can't complain. I'm hoping there's going to be more of a crowd today for day 2. And, we aiming to make the hotel back, and that's all I care. So until then, I'll see you around. Here we have a wild Michael who is concentrating so hardly on his Super Mario RPG speedrun strats.
Come on.
He says, as he looks at the strat on his phone featuring Frederick the frog. You see here, he's attempting something that I'm not sure, but his thumbs are non-stop. Last I heard, he had to do like 100 super jumps or something like that. But again, I do not know. As for I have never played Super Mario RPG, but he, in fact, has. What do you have to say, Michael? He says, staring intently at his Nintendo Switch screen. What a beaut.
I saw Alex can burp. I smell her. I can smell her from here.
Monkey man, go. What do you have to say about that?
I'm supposed to marry that thing.
You are married.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Fuck that guy.
Yay!
Sexy.
Just fucking eat
It's so washed out.
So we were talking about combining two different flavors.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Why is it so sweet? That is good. Sorry. That is good.
Can we take it this time?
Here, man.
Fresh out the shower. We have one more day of AnimeNJ. I'm very tired. So far it's been just okay. I'm a little disappointed that there seems to be some lack of communication between like the show organizer and like the artists, but I guess there can be a little bit of forgiveness because this is their very first year running it. And I guess I went in with high expectations for what a return should be for the artist alley, and unfortunately those expectations have not been met. I know they said that they're looking for a different venue for next year already, so if that is the case and they get a better venue, I will probably do this again. But until then, we will see what Sunday brings, and if Sunday surprises us by being our best day, then that would solidify my decision. But for now, I'm going to bed, and I will see you tomorrow. The world and all who inhabit it.
It is Sunday. It's the last day of the convention. I'm exhausted and I'm kind of ready to go home, but we have 5 hours to vend today, and I'm hoping we get some kind of sales today. Pardon. I'm gonna probably do my noodle rating once I get home, so I can kind of gather and collect my thoughts and then go from there to make a decision. But I don't want to be rash about my decision about this convention right now while I'm still vending. So I will see you later. I don't know what else we're going to be doing other than vending and packing up and driving home. So I'm tired. Look at that skank. You ready to do the noodle meter?
I give it some noodles.
Okay, we're gonna do the noodle meter really quick while I wait for my computer to load. Overall, I think we had an okay experience. I think we had more fun with friends than we did sitting in the artist alley. Unfortunately, there was a lot of miscommunication, as I might have said earlier in this video, with the artists and from the con organizers. There was just some things that the artists were told that we were supposed to get with purchasing our tables that just didn't end up happening. Like, we were promised at least 2-foot tables with like a couple feet behind us to display stuff, and we were given an 18-inch table with no space behind us. So a lot of us artists were very cramped back to back, and it was very miserable having to squeeze in and out of very, very, very tight aisles. But from what I heard, a lot of the staff were saying that they heard our concerns, complaints, and that for the next year they're going to be working on a solution to these problems. But again, this is their first time running the show, so I guess it gets a little bit of a slide. But in the end, it was hazardous. People's displays were being bumped into, and someone's display actually fell down halfway through the show, like completely collapsed because someone bumped into it because there was just no room to walk. And that is definitely a safety hazard. I didn't really get to do much of like the panels or go into the vendor hall too much. I did watch the cosplay competition, and that was just fine. You know, I don't really have an input on that because I didn't participate. So I think that's my main concern. Do you have concerns?
Not any that you didn't already talk about. You know, like I said, I think it was an issue having 8, vendors all trying, or 8 artists trying to, get out of the same aisle. Then we all had to get up and move out of our way, and, so that people could get up and go to the bathroom and get food and do other stuff. But I think other than that, I think it was fine. Like you said, it's the first time running a convention, so like it's a beta. You think of it like a beta. They have some kinks to work out. So
yeah, I am hoping that for next year, if they're using the same location, they kind of rethink the layout for the artist alley or move us to where the vendors were. From my understanding, there was like triple the amount of artists than there were vendors. So I think like switching the rooms around to give the artists a little bit more space would have been probably a little bit more beneficial for us. So
I actually wouldn't even mind if they wanted to have like vendors, artists, whoever, like volunteer if you want the space, but to have like the hallway space, because the hallways were like empty. And I know that like some cons, like empty hallways are good, but like if you don't expect like a highly congested hallways, you could absolutely just have people chilling out there. They had tables out there, like the cosplayers, and then even like an artist or two was out there in the hallway. And I think that to alleviate, not like add extra people, but to alleviate the congestion in like Artist Alley or something like that, they could have said like, hey, we got plenty of space out here if anyone wants to like move their table out here or anything like that. Like I feel like that would have been a good idea too.
Yeah, I agree with that. And just to piggyback, the other issue with the Artist Alley was they didn't assign spots for us. They told us that spot location was first come, first serve, and that we could go wherever we wanted to. And that actually led to a couple issues because there were artists who got there and all of the tables were taken, so they put them out in the hallway. But it was just like one or two of them that were out there, which I kind of think is a bit unfair, because if you assign people spaces, you're able to have a more accurate count of how many artists you're going to be having at your show, and you're not left wondering, we have an artist who paid, where are we going to put them? And now they're completely separated from the rest of the artists.
They did talk to the artists though. Like
of course.
Asking them like if it was okay. They said, obviously if they weren't okay with it, they were going to try to make, a space for them in the Artist Alley, but they did. It wasn't unfair. I think they talked to them and made sure that everything was
Right.
before.
And of course with consent, but still it comes down to an issue of they didn't have an accurate count for how many artists were truly there, or so it seems. So enough rambling. I think I'm gonna give this first year convention a 3 out of 5 noodles on the noodle meter.
That's what I was thinking too. 3 out of 5 seems fair. I think it gives them credit for being first time and working out the kinks, and a lot of the stuff, frankly, that they did right, but still detracts from some of the pain points that artists feel. But the convention as an attendee seemed a lot of fun. They had a lot of voice actors. They had a lot of cool stuff there. So,
yep.
As an attendee, I would say definitely check it out next time they run it.
And word through the grapevine is that they are switching the location, but I will hold my breath until I see what location they're going to. Ideally, I liked it being in a hotel because it was super convenient that we could just get up and go right downstairs to go to our table. But if that's just not the case, that's not going to be in a hotel, I would hope it would be in like a PAL center, or like a small convention center, exhibition hall, something like that. Something that can hold the amount of people that they experienced this past weekend. But end of the rambling. 3 out of 5 on the noodle meter. That's gonna be it for the AnimeNJ vlog. If you enjoy these type of videos, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I have a couple shows coming up that I do plan on doing more vlogs for, so keep an eye out for those. Do you have any final words you would like to say?
Final words that I would like to say.
Mm-hmm.
Just that if you're not at the next show that we vend at, you're stinky.
You're stinky. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Stinky.
No mames.